What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the stream. Wow, it is really weirdly lit in here. Um, but that's okay. We're still getting things dialed in, making sure that everything looks good. It's much better. We just have to sit a lot closer. Yeah. Back at it. The last couple of days have been crazy, let me tell you. Uh, but we're ready to get back to work. Let me bring up the Inktober prompts. Why did it disappear? Yesterday I tried to stream, but streaming was canceled by which way do I need to sit? This side? Whoa. There's a lot of things just miscellaneously laying around the studio right now. I gotta bring up chat. Where's my restream? Do. Come on, where's my mouse? Go home. Bringing up home for restream. Need to go into this. Uh-oh, incepting a little bit. Let's pull this out. I was checking all my analytics for everything. I don't care about the branding. I just don't want it 95% of my mini screen right now. Just trying to open up chat. Get chat running. Okay. We're all back up and running. Oh man. All right. Well, what the good things. I'm almost completely moved. So that's good. I have one last trip to make tomorrow. And then I need to go in and putty and spackle things. So there's a couple of things I need to go to the store and buy. Let's probably write down. One, I should have that DAP inside one of these bins though. I need to look for it after. Look up for DAP. I should have that. And then I need to buy another rug. So garage rug for inside here. Should be like 20 bucks. Just for the other half of this living space so I can keep. Oh, my bad. Had my senior retreat. Got home last Friday and found my grandma passed away. Oh man, sorry to hear that. So it's been a hard week. Sorry, man. That is not good news. Or sorry, glitch shadow. I got moved, so that was good. I've been slightly behind. I have all the ideas for this week's drawings. I just haven't put them to paper, or if I did put them to paper, they were on like random sketches and stuff. I too am on the. My grandma's getting pretty old too, and my mom's actually visiting. She's gonna be up visiting, so Kylie's probably not gonna be on. I don't know what day she was leaving. The first. Sorry to hear about your grandma though. Oh, well, glad you got away for your senior retreat. My senior retreat got home last week. Where'd you go for your senior retreat? All right, I need to list DAP, garage rug. Good. Those are things I need to buy still. Let's go over some things. There's not going to be any ink work done today. It's all going to be pencil work. So I'm going to do my best to show that. I know that pencil work doesn't always come through the best on stream, but I'm really trying to work out. Oh, my issue also recently is like I've just been picking the hardest things to draw, where like the perspective is just it's hard to draw these things already, and then now with like this change of perspective it's like almost impossible. Like I don't understand it. My brain's not that big. I just don't understand what needs to happen. Like, I honestly just don't think my shape's right somehow. That's okay. Been playing with a lot of forced perspective. Oh, nice. Chesapeake Bay. That's good. Always good to take time away from the devices. Um, if you check out my YouTube channel, there's all sorts of random hikes and um, trips to Alaska, car launches, just random stuff. So if you search for Money Makes Monsters on YouTube, you'll also find like just a bunch of other random stuff. Not that you have time to watch that. It seems pretty busy. Plus, with your grandmother passing away, that's it's no good. So sorry to hear that. Oh man, I'm getting worried about my grandmother too. Anyways, let's go over what we have finished, what we haven't finished, where we're at, and where we're going, so that I don't get too discouraged because I am a little bit behind, and tomorrow is our last day. To be fair, this is all under like personal, like this is personal achievements. No big deal if I don't finish it, and we'll go from there. All right. Oh, hi, Kylie. Welcome back. I thought you were leaving for your trip tomorrow, so um, I didn't think you were gonna be here. I guess glitch shadow, right? That's what I'm guessing it is because your YouTube. I went and ran through some stuff and looks like you're running a glitch shadow YouTube channel. Kind of cool. Took a look at a few of your videos. Don't know what game you're playing, but looks interesting. Yeah, yesterday's word was lesson, so not the easiest word either. Sorry, I know I wasn't here. Yesterday's word was lesson. Today's word is vacant, and tomorrow's word is award. So we're getting close. I'm missing skeletal, but like I said, I've been sketching. Today we went on a field trip, so I was in a bus for 2 hours. So I did some sketching on the bus. But I'm really bad at sketching on the bus. I get super car sick, like super car sick. I cannot sketch on the bus, which is kind of a bummer because I do travel a lot. So at some point, like traveling and being able to draw would be great. Yeah, I I was trying to just dig up a little bit more information about like kind of stuff that you do. Honestly, I forgot about YouTube. I haven't posted anything in a while from Glitch Shadow. If you guys can't read, I should start running the chat again. I just had some interesting people run some chats that I wasn't super excited about, so I kind of pulled it off and just ran it private. So you guys can't read it, so I'll be sure to read it. Um, Kylie also said, "What's up, glitch?" And yeah, to you. And then glitch said, "Hi, Kylie." Oh, maybe you guys can read that because they're direct messages. I don't know. Anywho, we're working on Vacant, but let me show you what we have so far because we have made a lot of progress. In the last 30 days, I've done a lot of drawings. Oh, boy, am I tired. Plus, the move has been trying to kill me slowly, so that's good. But we are in the new space. The new studio is set up. Sounds running, videos running on all sorts. Yesterday, I couldn't get my studio cam to run, so fingers crossed. Let's hope everything goes well. And let's jump into the studio. Excellent. So not much has changed from your point of view. Really, a lot has changed from my point of view. Like if I look behind me, there's a bicycle now, as you can see right here. Things are just all over the place, and we're just bringing the stream to you. So we'll get everything done. Anyways, let's take a look at what we've done. what I've done over the last. I went on a wild search for a non-broken pencil. The first pencil I pulled out was broken, which is this one. So then I had to go on a search. I really enjoy these triangular pencils. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they're not. They're not round or like hexagon. Let me see. You see how there's only 3 sides to these pencils? And they're just a little bit thinner than a regular pencil when you grip it. Like it just feels a little bit better. So I really like these, but of course every eraser has been destroyed. I still think it's unfair that they give you so much opportunity to make something, but give you so few opportunities to make mistakes. There's not a pencil in my classroom that has an eraser because the kids just, they make mistakes and it's totally fine to erase. I just have to give them one of these and then they lose one of these, so that never works. Or they like pick it like the corners and then all of a sudden I have like a ball of eraser on my desk and I'm like, what happened? Oh, Kylie said hello to Glitch. Nice. Okay. Like I said, I might put chat back up, but that's a project for another day. And that's a whole different set of things that I need to remember how to do. All right. Start from the beginning. We'll go to the end. And we'll talk about what I wanted to draw. Yeah. Eraser collections are still not a thing. I mean, they're still a thing. People do collect erasers. Kids aren't really into erasers. Kids are really into stickers. I had a student ask about. I have a Hello Kitty eraser that I have on my daily pencil for school, and one of the students was like, she's not even into Hello Kitty at all, but then was like, "Oh, I like this eraser. It's really cool." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." But she's into dragons and dinosaurs and all sorts of other things. So I was very shocked when she came to me with Hello Kitty. Kylie said that she used to have an eraser collection. All right. So mustache. We have weave, which is day 2. Oh, let me give you the full lineup. We're 1 click too high up here. Nope. Oh man, I have to do it manually because the roller is. There we go. Okay, minus 31, which is not today anyways, so we're not really worried about it. Okay, mustache. We have weave. Next came crown. Then we had murky. Up next was deer. Oh, then we had pierce. Next we had starfish. Then we had reckless. I really enjoy this one. Cutting a peanut butter and jelly. Then we had heavy. Next up was sweep. Then we had sting. Next was shredded. We had drink. His hand could use some detail. There should be like a line right here. Would help give it some depth. Then we have trunk. This is day 15. Day 14. Day 15 was ragged. Sheet that missed its sheet sale. Really needed a new one. Next up, we have blunder. Here we have deal. Oh, 17 was ornate, but ornate was done digitally. I did a tutorial on how to use your iPad to do symmetrical drawing, which makes it really easy and fun to do some stuff. Here we have deal. Next up, we have Arctic. Then we get into our hard to see ones. And I'll turn down the light for the rest of the other ones too. So this one was Rivals. I tried to get that brain as symmetrical as I could and like hurt my brain so much to try to like draw things in reverse. And then this side had to be a little squished, so I kind of had to mess with that. But as you can see, even like down here, I kind of tried to keep the symmetry. It was a pain. Then we have Blast. It's a ripoff of Garbage Pail Kids from back in the day. I still need to finish this one, which was Button. This is an Austin Powers cut. We have Dr. Evil up there. We have Fran. We have Mini Me. It's kind of a triple death, right? So Mini Me's spanking Fran because he has like a weird obsession with her because he's part of Dr. Evil's clone. Because he's not really a baby, he's just a small person. Anyways, he's spanking her. She accidentally shot Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil accidentally let go of the dead man switch that goes to Mini Me. So Mini Me's gone, she's gone, he's gone, everyone's dead. It's a Mexican standoff in the weirdest format. Really. Story to be told, and then there's some laser guided sharks down there on the bottom. In order to tell a story, you have to like kind of put in the details that make it that story, right? And that's important. That is important. So we're getting into a lot of non-inked work, which is unfortunate, but we are just there with that. A lot of these just concept took me the time that we had during this stream to come up with the concept, and then I've been off to home to pack up my house, so it's been a real ride. So there's our, what are we on? We're on Firefly, which was day 23. This is an old game called NBA Jam. He's on fire. And I just did a fly doing a slam dunk. That was pretty interesting. Next, we have the word rowdy. So it's good if you missed it. We're just going over everything that I did last week. We have rowdy. This one was hard to get her body in the right position. I ended up taking a picture or using a reference, which is not usually my style. I'm really trying to like force myself to understand what shape can occupy what space and what should be in front and what should be behind, instead of trying to, your brain wants to draw the whole thing. It's like, well, this arm is the same length as this arm in theory, but not when it's coming out at you. And how does it get wider? How does it get thinner? Just really working on my foreshortening and trying to figure that out, which will bring us to our problem with today, or not today, but a few days ago when I started a project that was way more ambitious than I thought. There you go. I really like her bows in her hair. Just a subtle detail up there. Her little skeleton bows. But those could still be subject to change. Then we did Inferno. I started with the devil, as you can see here, which I might have to like add. I don't want to add fire. I might have to do something back there. But this was a little bit of just trying to draw. This was the only color one that we have for this month. But I don't love my dragon. And interesting enough, this is exactly the same ink as what's on the white paper, right? Look how glossy this is on this. Right? It's almost so glossy, I don't like it. Because when I was drawing it, all anyone could see was this. And that's kind of distorting, right? And if you have a picture and you're walking by it and it disappears, maybe it's cool because it flashes, but I don't know. Not what not what I expected. I feel like his nose is too short. There's something going wrong here. This needs to come in or go out, or his face is too wide. To be fair, drawing everything with three eyes is also kind of a problem because you have to make everything a little bit wider in the face to fit that eye in. Just a little bit. Or maybe this eye's too hooked. I don't know. But that's where we were at that. Then we get back to our inking. This was the last one I did after Inferno. We have puzzling, which I actually did ink, which was nice. One of the ones that I got to, and I was like, oh, okay. Here we go. This looks good. I'm going to put it down in ink. And I think I ended up working till like almost 10 o'clock. But that's completely fine. I actually need to, as soon as this stream's over at 9, I need to get out of here and go back to my other house. I'll look for something real quick and then go back to the other house to kind of just, I don't know, search through what's left. I don't know how hard nosed my landlord's going to be to get everything out. Maybe he'll let me put a few things there for a couple days. I don't know. If not, then we'll just put it with, I'll just do something with it. I'll hide it for a second and then just come back to the house. But luckily, all my other roommates are still there, so I can just be like, hey, can you let me in? I need to grab something. So it's not like a hard deadline, but I do want to get as much done as possible, especially if I do a walkthrough on the 1st. So just a lot to do, and couldn't have been in a worse month. Like, October is such a busy month for me. Like, just with Inktober, Inktober takes up 30 hours of October at least, if not 60 hours. So it's a big commitment to time. Anyways, this is the Alice in Wonderland one. I used to buy puzzles from thrift stores, and my goal was to actually start painting puzzles, do puzzles, and then paint them. And I got to the point where I could do a 1,000-piece puzzle in about 6 hours. If I wasn't looking at the box. So, like, not looking at the box, no directions, 6 hours. Looking at the box, full direction, 1,000-piece puzzle, I can do about 3.5 hours. So, pretty quick. The reason I learned how to do that fast was because I was running time lapse video and my GoPro wouldn't film that long. So, I kept having to take it in separate shots. So, I know how long things like that take me. But obviously, with doing puzzles, it's quite extensive, and then you realize that you're missing a piece. Sometimes that piece is completely missing. Sometimes they find that piece, and what that piece will normally look like is a piece that has been chewed on by a small animal. Not like a rodent, or not like, oh, I'm going to throw that away. Like something that chewed on it, they were like, we love this thing, and then put that piece back into the box. So I find a lot of chewed up little cat pieces because cats like to get a hold of puzzle pieces and then just take them away. So that's where this idea came from. There's a cat taking a puzzle piece. Then we get to skeletal, which, oh no, we get to onion. Now this drawing of onion is a little bit morbid. It's a Happy Valentine's Day. This, I think, was the last one that I did on stream. I don't like that guy's hair still, but here we are. So it's Happy Valentine's Day, and this guy's trying to cook dinner, and oh dear, he's chopped off his hand. The pan is on fire. I should make this, yeah. The pan is definitely ablaze. His hand has been chopped off. And then she's walking in the door right here. So, like, everything at the very inappropriate time happening to this guy. Sad, sad. Sad day. Then we move to Well, let's just talk about it since we can't move to. Man, and trying to travel and draw is just not the way to go. Okay. So, skeletal. The idea for skeletal, which I did a quick sketch today and it looked pretty decent. I do a bridge on the top. There's going to be a bridge. Did I not draw it in my iPad? Can't be. The problem is that I sketch so much. Sometimes I sketch on like recycled paper and then I'm like, oh, this is not that useful. I'm not going to bring it home. But I could do a quick sketch on my iPad real quick just to give us an idea. And then busy, busy, busy. Busy, busy, busy. Nope, that's okay. Let me bring it back. Here we go. So let me move these out of the way and then we'll just sketch. I got like 1 minute to sketch this for you to show you what it looks like. Then we're gonna pick up. I'm gonna show you what I did for lesson, and then we will move on to drawing today's, which is Vacant. I saw a really good one, which I liked, but I feel like I've been really trying to stay away from anything. Oh no. Oh no. I've been really trying to stay away from anything political because it just doesn't. I don't know. Political art is for other people, not for me. I can probably do it. I have some pieces that are like political art where, you know, um, presidents are being like worn like suits and stuff like that. Just some weird stuff where I don't know. It's just all a media circus. Who can put out the best content, right? I guess I can't. Two, well, I got 2 viewers and that's good enough for me. I'll take it all day, every day. I always said as long as there's one person showing up, we'll keep running the stream. We'll keep running the stream. Hopefully the stream's not doing that. It can't be. Got frozen. All right. I did want to do some research. I'm charging my pencil. Let's talk about, then let's skip from lesson to, or from skeletal to lesson. Like I said, that one's supposed to be a bungee jumper, real extreme angle. This one was lesson. So my thought process here, and I've been trying so hard to get this angle correct. But basically, and it still doesn't look right. Like this might need to come in shorter. I think that's what it is. I think this is too far out. I think because it's disappearing, we should have it closer in. And then I can bring Buddha in closer. So, idea behind lesson, like lesson was like there was a bunch of life lessons. I went over a bunch of life lessons. I really wish I could have done this one on stream because this one was actually, there was a lot to talk about. We could have talked about all sorts of things. And so I read up on a bunch of different life lessons. And one of the life lessons was learning how to balance, having healthy balance to life. Right? So having a healthy, balanced lifestyle. And this guy is a Buddha or a big fat guy, but I think Buddha would be more satirical. I mean, if you want to get into like weird political things, if I did this in Thailand, I'd probably be in a lot of trouble. But since I'm not, we can kind of get away with it. So it makes sense in my brain. Life lesson, not having balanced life. If you are like drinking alcohol and you just drink a bunch of alcohol, the alcohol bottle will get lighter. You will get heavier, right? And then eventually I wanted to put rock bottom here, but working with paper this size, I don't get the luxury of doing it. I mean, I guess I could. There's nothing stopping me, but I've been trying to push different perspectives and seeing if I can get it to work. Right? That's been my goal here. What perspective can I push And will it work? And that'll be the same with the bungee jumper. And that's kind of where I'm at with a lot of things, is that I've done so many sketches and tried to like line up where the neck of the bottle is going to come off. It's going into that direction. And bottles are already tricky to draw. They're very weird. They're very weird to draw. Um, I'd rather draw a hand sometimes than a bottle, especially like a wine bottle or like a beer bottle. They have this weird shape to them that I don't like. I can never get the curve right, or like this curve to match this curve, or what's happening. So this one definitely needs some work, but we're getting there. So I'm going to put skeletal in. Here goes. Vacant, or lesson. Today's word is vacant. Today's word is vacant. Where did my phone go? Hold on, guys. Let me see. I'm so sore that I almost fell over. Hold on. Okay, great. I found it. All right. I did. That's fine. I only called you because we just haven't chatted in a while, and I figured we should call. But then, um, I knew you may or may not be on stream tonight, so I wasn't worried about it. What is my thought process behind this one? Oh, my plan was to show you the one I saw, vacant. And if you're gonna do something similar, like I mean, you guys are really more into politics than I am. But this is someone else's version of vacant that was online today. What's his name? Let's give artist credit. David Kiphoff. Vacant. Oh, that was my schedule for our assemblies today. Leadership assemblies. Right? We know whose head that is. There's only one guy's head that looks like that. And then there's a small little P inside there. So, I mean, skeletal and vacant put together, right? The skeleton is actually pretty good in there too. Like if you're looking at the whole piece, it's you did a great job. Um, very sketchy inking. I would like to try this style sometime and like kind of get away from my get away from doing what I do, which is just like complete black lining and stuff like that. Just kind of getting boring. 23 minutes to go. Let's get some work today. What are we going to do for vacant? Kind of want to draw a ghost format now, but do I have black paper? I do. I already drew a ghost though for this month. What should we draw? Oh, I had some music. I was going to turn on some music. We're going to just chill. Because I am very excited. I'm almost done moving. Let me me tell you. I've been on this moving path for the last 27 days, and I am tired of not feeling like I have a place to call home. So anyways, Vacant. And if we can't get anything, or if we can't get anything on Vacant, or think about it, maybe I should just continue to try to draw one of my other ones. Just so that we continue to be on the move. Let me see what our best lighting is for this. It's decent, right? It's not great. But because I move this in, I can move. And maybe I don't change where he is exactly. Oh, I might have to. Either that or I have to make that longer. Maybe that's good. And hook here. Yeah, I gotta bring him out. Sorry. Doesn't matter, I've drawn this guy so many times. No, the real issue is I need a center point, right? I need to center this guy off. So maybe he could be here. And the chain can go down this way. And it's going to be pretty like consistent, right? We did a ring here through this. And then we're going to do points to that ring. And then we're going to draw like a little dish because it's like a dish, right? And then we want the guy's head right here. Give him a little bit of yeah, that's better. That works a little bit better. I do still like the shape of that. That bottle looks like it's hanging down in the wrong area. Let's go to roles and prompts. That's the thing is like, how does this hold this bottle? There's got to be a third thing that comes down somewhere. And then this bottle's got to sit in between all those things and be lined up to be pouring in this guy's mouth. We can redraw all that later. Let's not keep redrawing it. It's not serving us any kind of purpose to redraw it. See, like a normal cup would be round like that, right? If it was ending. But wine bottles don't end like that. I could draw a bottle of whiskey. That's square. Very noticeable too. But even harder to draw. It's just this disposition in this like neck piece. Like what the heck goes on here? And then how do I get it over? And what line are we following? This one? If I draw a parallel, like if this bottle kept going, right? And we're trying to center it out here. right? This is kind of have to be the bottom. It's just, maybe it's just holding it. Maybe this needs to be curved. I don't know. I feel like recently I've just been pencil sculpting, where I'm just trying to put down lines. Any line anyone will do. I just need it to, I need one of them to be the one, right? And that's kind of the art style that I've been working with lately. It's just like whatever I can get done. Sorry, I'm drawing low off screen. So yeah, head down here, drinking going on there. I gotta straighten this out. Something's gotta change here in order for this to look better. But that's the general idea. Okay, let's go to, let's get a quick sketch done on I'm trying to think. What's the word today? Oh, let's do skeletal. Because at first I searched the internet for different different cartoon characters that would help represent skeletal, right? Like, what would be a good cartoon character to draw that had a weird skeleton? So like Bart Simpson, but Bart Simpson's been done. Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson's been done. Marge, okay, weird head. Maybe hair, maybe not hair. Maybe all head, right? Who knows? But we looked into all those, and I really just, at the end of the day, I came to a conclusion where I was like, man, I don't really like any of those. And so I thought of this idea, and this idea is probably not going to be like a grand idea, but it should be pretty cool. So my idea was to do a bungee jumper, jumping from a bridge that we're kind of looking at the bottom of. Right. We're seeing a lot of the bottom of this bridge. I'm getting blown up right now. I'll text him back in 15 minutes. He can wait because I'm going to be back at it. And I got to actually end the stream on time tonight because I need to end the stream on time tonight. That's why. So here's a bungee jumping. We need the other side of the bridge. And my issue here has been, how much bridge do we see underneath in reality? How wide is this bridge? If he's jumping from up high, is this bridge super skinny? Doesn't matter. So we're going to draw the same curve and follow it along. It may need to be a little bit more harsh just because it's farther back. Or maybe it needs to be less harsh because it's farther back. I don't know. We're seeing more of it though, so I think it needs to be more harsh in order to give us that third dimensional look. Oh yeah, you guys can barely see that. And then this, and I can barely see it too. That's the issue with sketching on live stream, is that you really can't see anything. So my idea was to put a skeleton head here, and I just drew in some sort of face when I did it, and I just put it in randomly because it doesn't really matter which way his skeleton's coming out. But basically, you have a guy bungee jumping. This cord is tight because we're at the fall point now. He's coming from way up here, right? His legs are tied, and we have like ridiculous perspective. So I drew hair like this on this guy's face earlier. And the important part about this project is like we're going to use that line, open mouth, real wide. But he's not going to have anybody inside of him. He's going to be three-eyed, right? And his hair is going to be flying back. We'll draw in better hair. And then we got some noodle arms. Because his arms are just going to be... He's kind of boneless at this point. So he's going to be real floppy back there. I'm just trying to give you the real brief. I don't think his head could be that way though. Can be a lot of different ways, but not that way. And then what I want is his skeleton kind of being pulled out of him. I could even draw it like the head like even more pronounced, like right here. Right? I had him in like a different position where his body was coming out. But I think if I draw the spinal cord, I might have to move him up now. If I draw the skeleton like this. I was going to put eyeballs in the skeleton. I know, low light is not helping us at all. But the focusing. All right, let's bump it up a little bit. Trying to get it. So there's our bungee jumper. He's jumping off the bridge. The bridge needs to be put at an angle. I'm still not completely excited about what it looks like. So this one's been another one where I've been kind of just trying to draw it. But concept is done. So drawing part is not super difficult. We have 9 minutes left on stream today. I don't know. Anyone have any suggestions for Vacant? I know Kylie's there drawing away. Easiest one for me to do would just be to draw a student drooling on a desk. But I'd really want to get that like how leaning on your hand, face movement like a bored student. Let's see if we can just look up some information on that. Oh, you're doing Vacant? Okay. Yeah. I figured as much. Oh, dang. Who's this handsome, muscular man? It's funny how they name things. Don't mind this. There it is. That's the one. That's the one. Where you're leaning on your hands so hard that your face is distorted. That's the one. Oh, yeah. That would work. You know, maybe next year I won't do people at all. I'll just do objects. This year I really went with the people theme, which all but Weave doesn't has 3 eyes. Even Ornate was supposed to have 3 eyes and be part of the situation. Yeah, catching up with lesson can be done. I'm just glad I got the stream set up. To be fair, like I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I got everything working. The sound's working, the audio's working, the visuals are working, the lights are good. I moved all the cords and I plugged everything back in. So I feel very successful about that in general. The move is almost done. I am one day from freedom and being able to actually sleep in a place where I can call home again. Right now, I'm sleeping on the floor in my other place and trying to work and go to school, and it's been exhausting. But we're coming to the end of that chapter, of the moving chapter. And to be fair, I had a lot of help, so thankful for all the help that I got. And I didn't have to do it by myself. Last couple of days, I've had to kind of do it alone, but I'm coming out of the city to work, and then from work, I'm going the opposite way that I would go back home. So there is that issue happening right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is Halloween. I will definitely do a drawing for tomorrow's path, but here's the thing. I also may need a break. So let me take tomorrow off. We'll be back on the 1st to talk about it, but the 1st is also a Saturday. We'll be back at the same time. I don't know if there'll be a whole lot of work going down on Saturday, but we will get together and touch bases, and I can show you what I have drawn for our last word, which is award, I believe. So I definitely need one of these bored kid faces, and I can do vacant. I would really like to do an apocalyptic town for sure. Lots of lines, lots and lots of perspective, which I've been trying to push. Yeah. You're flying up on Saturday. Okay. But your plan is still not probably, there's no time for you to come up here. So hopefully give me a call when you're at grandma's so I can say hi. Glitch Shadow just lost their grandmother this week too. So it's been kind of a grandma week. But hopefully grandma's in good health and she's doing fine, and she was just having like a bad couple weeks, but we'll see. Let me know how that goes, and safe travels on your flight as you make your way up the coast. Yeah, no car, and I'm 3 hours away. To be honest, it would have been probably, if we had thought about it earlier, what I should have done is you should have flown here, hung out for like a few hours, and then we should have rented a rental car and went down to see grandma together. Because I can't get down there, and it would have been nice to split a rental car, but with the move and everything else that's happening, there would have been no way. I'd have been dying on my feet by the time you get here. students are already like, man, Mr. Jason, you look real tired. And I'm like, yep, I'm real tired right now. I apologize. But they've been really good and been able to like pick up the pace and really put some things down independently this week, which I'm really proud of them for doing. Um, so that's going to be good. Actually, tomorrow I will be able to. I get to talk to a student. I'm going to ask him how he thinks he did in the class because I already got a pretty good report. But I'm going to ask him how he feels he did. With him, if I give him a reward without like any reason, it becomes I think it loses value. So I want to see how he did, and then I'm going to give him the news that I got, and then we'll see if we can meet in the middle and actually come through with the reward. It's something real small, like a drink from the vending machine or something. But uh, when you're 15 years old, a drink from the vending machine is like lunch money, right? So solid. But that's still trying to keep the happiness of all the little ones as we work our way through the move, but we've done good. Yeah. Would have been a good idea. But honestly, the logistics would have been so crazy because since you're flying up on Saturday and that'd mean I would move, I have to do my walkthrough and then I'd have to pick you up at the rent a car, pick you up from the airport, or no, not rent a car, pick you up from the airport, then eventually go rent a car with my car, drop my car off somewhere, and bring us down. That would have taken us hours. You would have had to at least had a couple days here, a couple days in Oregon. That would have had to been your thing. But I also know that you can't be far away from home for a long time. And all those things happen. But maybe eventually you'll come out here and see my place. Anyways, it's nice. It's just not put together. Like there's things absolutely everywhere. Whew. It's about that time, guys. It's 9 o'clock. I didn't do any work on Vacant today. Kylie, did you finish? I know it's kind of short notice. Ooh, smash. Got it. So Kylie did Vacant today, which nice. Looks good. Quick sketch. Looks like my room at home. Or my other house. No, I could actually just take a picture of my room at my other house and be like, look, here's where we are now. But it looks good. I like this one. The lighting's really nice right now for the phone. It seems I need to do autofocus. There's a bunch of lists of things that I need to fix on the stream too. Autofocus. Shadow Glitch X said, Kylie, good job. And then Kylie said, yep, I plan on seeing your place next time. Well, if you ever do come up here, we could do a live stream together. And then we can sit here and draw in the studio together. Which would be kind of fun. It would be interesting to do something not on my own. Anyways, as always, thanks for watching. Happy, what day is it today? Thursday? Kylie's my mother, so she draws as well. So I started this stream up, I don't know what, almost a year and a half ago now because I'm so far away from home. So it gives me a good way to stay in contact and kind of show, artwork and hang out for a little bit in a virtual platform. So Glitch, the stream's open to everyone, but no one usually shows up except for you. So I appreciate your involvement and making contribution. Oh yeah, it's Thursday. I know. But the problem is I worked Monday. I took Tuesday off to move. I moved for I think like 20 hours on Tuesday. And then Wednesday I went to work. That was a half day, but I still had to. No, it was a half day. I didn't take a lunch. Came straight here, unpacked yesterday. And then today I went on a field trip to a student organized leadership meeting, which was really inspiring. Like the way to play games, the way to like conceptually adapt things, and how to get your students involved and create all these cool activities. It was really nice to see young people getting involved and being inspired. That's kind of a lot of the reason why I do what I do, is to kind of stay on that, I know, that cusp of creativity, and still asking questions, still looking for, voices and all that about the youth in this section of life is really inspiring, and something that I've always kept in my life. So, although the students may not know as much, they're also not as like weighed down by what they know. As you become an adult, you get super opinionated and everything. You just get pigeonholed into this person that, like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. But you might not have liked that when you were. Here's the example, right? Cilantro. I didn't like cilantro. Still not the biggest fan, but I don't hate it as much as I did when I was a kid, right? Like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, this stuff tastes like soap. Like, why am I eating soap? Why'd you put soap in the salsa, Mom? Like, why does this taste so bad? And so I would always have them make it without cilantro, which wasn't probably the easiest. And I appreciate Mom always making a separate batch for us so that we didn't have to eat the cilantro. Boy, you were surrounded by a bunch of slightly picky people, huh, Mom? Anyways, tomorrow's Halloween, and that's another reason why I probably will not be on stream. My plans for tomorrow is to draw all day, come here and drop off one more load, cruise back to the house at an early time so I can get ready to go hang out with my friend who helped me move and go actually spend some time with him, hopefully. I'm going to see what the plan is for the Halloween party, if he's DJing or if he's hanging out, or if I'm going to have to mingle by myself. Yeah. Yeah, I know you made 3 different salsas for everyone. I remember because Dad likes cilantro. You were okay with cilantro. Jake wasn't spicy, I don't think, at that point in his life. And I like spice, but no cilantro. So there's a lot. But I mean, to be fair, you just had to scoop some out at each step and be like, nope, this is Jake. Mike. Mike who? I don't know. I'm confused by that last statement. But you just had to separate. Jake's would come out first because that wouldn't have spice, and then mine would come out second after the spice was added, and then the last one that would come out would be yours and Dad's. So that's just how that worked. I remember I did a lot of cooking with you. Well, Mom, have a safe trip up to California. Glitch, sorry for your loss. Hopefully you can do some recovery this week and relax, and mourn if you need to, and grieve. All those things are positive parts of life, although sometimes feel like, you should be stronger than that. It's okay. Halloween, I think Miles is doing a sound gig. He might be DJing, so I might go hang out with him because we just did a lot of work, and I always feel bad, like, oh, come hang out with me so we can move a car or build something or do this. It's really hard for me to get out to hang out with my friends because a lot of the time we spend together is really helping each other survive, right? Like, how can I help you survive? Because, as single males in our 40s and 50s, we don't have anyone to help us survive. Kylie wrote, to Glitch. Hope your grandmother had a good life and it was rewarding. Yeah, I'll put up the chat. I'll try to get that done. Like I said, I just had some problems with chat, and maybe I just need to screen who chats and who can chat, and that might be a little bit better. That way I can kind of monitor. Glitch said, thanks, Kylie. And that's it, guys. I got to get out of here. I need to let you get some rest, Glitch, because I know you usually work early. And one of these days we'll talk about where you're at and what you do. But for tonight, I have to sign out because my night is only half over. And you could be in a totally different time zone in a totally different place. But thanks for tuning in tonight, and hope everyone enjoyed this one. We'll see you back here not tomorrow. Check back. I would say check back on Saturday. I'm going to do my best to run a stream on Saturday. I don't want it to be like a random part of the day. Oh, it's 12 a.m. right now? Okay. So you're East Coast. You're East Coast. Good night. You're like New York or somewhere there. Florida. Unless you're on the other side of the world. Kylie says good night to everyone, and Glitch says good night. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great evening. We'll talk about it next time. Thanks for joining, and have a great rest of your week. Hopefully the weekend's going to be good too. Happy Halloween.